Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the Buzz, have you noticed a mean girl epidemic among young girls?
Yeah, you know, you're right in the middle of it. I haven't.
I can't take it. Well, if you have, it may not be in your head, because a new study called Real to Me, Girls and Reality TV was conducted by the Girl Scout Research Institute, and they found that reality television could be encouraging mean girl-like behavior in very young girls. More than 1,000 girls ages 11 to 17 were surveyed, and 86% believe that reality shows pit girls against one another to make the shows more interesting. All right, we know that. Here's another disturbing stat. 73% of girls believe that the shows make people think that fighting is a normal part of a romantic relationship. On top of that, 70% of the young females surveyed thought that reality shows make people think it's okay to treat others badly. And reality watchers in the study agreed with the statement. Being mean earns you more respect than being nice. Wow. But it's not all negative, though. The study did suggest that makeover shows like The Biggest Loser and competition-based shows like American Idol have the most potential for inspiring conversations and making girls feel like anything is possible. And that's the thing. I mean, we're talking about a wide range of feelings here, and the way that a girl should feel. It's kind of like conflicting, don't you think?
Well, I mean, you've got daughters. Yeah. And your oldest is of this age where she's probably very influenced by what she's watching on TV. And I just think that maybe parents have to have a conversation with their daughters and their kids and say reality TV isn't necessarily reality.
Right. Yeah. And I have told them that what you see isn't always exactly how it would play out. That some of it's scripted, some of it's, you know, prompted along.
And we know that because we didn't grow up watching reality TV. We watch it for entertainment. We know, you know, you don't normally throw juice in someone's face or whatever they do on those shows that's so dramatic. But people think it's normal that you have these huge fights in public and you embarrass other girls, you talk behind their back, and it is really sad. I would hate to be a young girl today.
Well, you think about the shows of yesteryear, right, with that sort of gave you a false image in the other direction, where everything is perfect and the husband comes home and here's your martini. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, both things obviously are not true. That's not necessarily true, and but I think it's almost better to have that false sense of perfection than to have the other way, because it's sad. Like, you're watching stuff on TV sometimes, I think, this is really sad. It's not really entertaining.
So where do you draw the line with your daughters and your kids? Where do you say, like, okay, you can watch this show, but not this show?
I think it's one of those things that you do have to screen first and then decide, you know? But I definitely don't let them watch reality TV at all.
Not even American Idol or...
Well, that's different, though. That's more of a competition-based show.
I think those shows are good, because then you do see someone who came from nowhere, you know, had this other career, had a dream of becoming a singer or whatever it is, and actually achieving their dreams. So I think that part of the study is interesting, too.
That's definitely different. But like things like, you know, Jersey Shore and stuff like that, they're way too young to be watching that. And even kids who are a little bit older who are watching that, I just find like the message that's sent, thumbs down.
I even think like sometimes those little cell phone videos at the high schools that all of a sudden like explode with people taping fights in the bathroom or fights outside. Like, it's awful, but then these kids think, oh, if I make this video, then all of a sudden I'm going to get all this publicity. But this is not normal behavior. It should not be condoned in any sense.
No, and I'm glad that a lot more schools are becoming, you know, having the zero tolerance policies for things like that. So, I mean, you can't control it everywhere, but they're making some head start. What do you think, Courtney, about this mean girl epidemic here?
I think it would definitely be impressionable on someone who maybe has a lower self-esteem, or the younger girls who are still trying to find out who they are. So, but you know what? It could really depend, like, on guys too. It depends on who's watching. We have quite a few comments. Here's some from our live blog on foxprovidence.com. Victorian girl says it, you know, it can influence girls. She said it was bad when I was in school, and I think it's worse now. And guest said reality shows can bring out the inner psychological feelings of anybody, male or female. So let's take a look at the poll that we have posted on our website today, and we're asking, do you think reality TV encourages mean girl behavior? A, yes, it normalizes the behavior for girls, or B, no, TV can't change a person's behavior. So we have a lot of comments. You can see them all listed here on our Facebook page, and this first one I'm going to read is from Jen Curry. She said, I think reality TV encourages a lot of negative behavior. Shelley Chambers says, yes, girls begin to compare themselves to these, quote, celebrities who are popular, and yet they are train wrecks. And Brian said, I think that a lot of what's going on in TV in general affects people's behaviors. And Donna Stanley said, I think it depends on the individual person. TV is not real. I believe to some extent reality shows are scripted. And she goes on to say parents need to monitor what their children watch. So we'll see. You all say in our poll as usual at the end of the show. Feel free to leave a comment on Facebook if you're on there right now. But for now, we're going into the kitchen with Danielle and Billy. And what are you guys doing now?